Welcome to Big Lost Meadery in Gillette, Wyoming. So we are a meadery brewery here in Gillette, and we've got kind of a long story that goes back about 8 years. We started back in 2014 with the goal of establishing a meadery, something that the world hadn't really seen before in our hometown of Gillette. And so what we've been able to do is take this concept of mead, which really wasn't very popular around the United States in the past couple hundred years, and create a new product, something that we can put Gillette on the map for. So it's sweet, it's high alcohol, but it's still very soft on the palate. So the production process of mead it's kind of its own animal. It's a little bit like wine, it's a little bit like beer, but then there's some kind of their own processes that come together to make mead. And so for us, we take raw honey, it's unfiltered, it's unprocessed. We do about, I think last year we did about 40,000 pounds of honey. Then we take that honey, we mix it with water, we add yeast, and we go through about a 3.5 month process to come out with our final product. And so we've developed the Wild Man, the Crazy Woman, the Island Gypsy, the Demented Grandpa, the Flathead Warrior, the Sweet Dame, and come up with all these different flavors of products of honey. And we take this local honey, combine it with water, ferment it out, and voila, we have mead. And so Big Lost is truly more of a concept than anything else. And so we had this idea of the Big Lost cabin. It's on the back of all of our labels. We have a big painting of it in our bar here. And Big Lost is this cabin way out in western Wyoming, up in the middle of nowhere. We've never actually been there, but we've heard it exists. And it's a place where all of our characters interact. So the Wild Man, the Crazy Woman, the Demented Grandpa, they all come into this cabin, they interact, and that's kind of where the party's going on out in the middle of nowhere, where you can just get Big Lost, enjoy the moment for what it's worth. And we eventually turned this little tiny meadery tap room into a production and manufacturing facility where we brew beer, we distribute to 6 states and 2 countries. We also ship to 42 states around the United States, direct to household. And the whole goal was to put something that's branded Gillette, Wyoming out onto shelves all around the country, and we've slowly been trying to succeed at that. We currently bank with First National Bank. They've been with us since the very beginning. And it's one of those things, we came up with this idea of meadery, right? Nobody else is doing it. There's very few of them in the world. And we decided we're going to put a meadery in Gillette, Wyoming. Most of my friends at the time were like, that's not a very smart idea, Sam. And so what I did, put everything together, we go to our bank, and it's one of those things where they approved a loan on a pretty, what seemed like a risky venture the most. I had the utmost confidence in it, my bank had the utmost confidence in it, and they gave me the loan to get started. And one thing a lot of people forget is phenomenal ideas. I'm not talking about ours, there's a lot of great ideas out there can get shut down by their banking system. But people forget in business, banks allow dreams to happen. And we were a byproduct of that, where we had this wild idea that nobody thought would ever work, and our bank, they took a risk on us and it worked. And so we were able to do our dream just because our bank would allow us to do that. Having a hometown bank that we can actually go to and discuss issues with, and I brought my proposal to some big national bank, there is no chance in the world they ever would have gone with us. But because we had a local bank here in Gillette, I could go directly to the president if I wanted to get my issue solved. You can't do that in other places. And so we really appreciate the bank that's helped us.